and these ladies. And I am honored to be a part of this historic moment and a part of the women's...
A true honor for Stephanie McMahon to be joining Corey and myself at ringside tonight for the historic Women's Royal Rumble match. She is the Chief Brand Officer of WWE and, of course, the Commissioner from Monday Night Raw. She's a former Women's Champion in her own right. And Corey, really one of the trailblazers. She won't tell you so, but she really is one of the trailblazers in this Women's Evolution.
I absolutely believe and agree with that 100%. Stephanie has been integral to the Women's Evolution here in WWE. She is as proud of what's about to go down as anybody in the world, and with very good reason.
And Stephanie joining us here tonight. Just an honor and a privilege to be a part of this. Very proud moment for everyone here. And we want to officially welcome Stephanie McMahon to the commentary table tonight. And Stephanie, here is a woman, Alexa Bliss, who's made history. She was the first woman to hold the Raw and then the SmackDown Live Women's Championships.
Yes, I am. I'm overwhelmed at the moment, Michael, Corey. It's great to be here. I am just absolutely blown away.
Very exciting to be a part of, absolutely.
Charlotte's held both the Raw and SmackDown women titles. She's a 5-time champion. And Stephanie, she made history when she competed with Sasha Banks back in 2016 for the first ever Hell in a Cell match for the women.
That's correct. First ever Hell in a Cell match. There was the first ever women's Money in Bank ladder match. And now the first ever women's Royal Rumble match.
And the winner of this Rumble match will choose one of those two ladies to meet for the championship at WrestleMania.
Obviously, Alexa and Sasha want the best seats in the house.
Entrant number 1 is Sasha Banks.
It's boss time, and it's almost appropriate that Sasha Banks kicks off the first ever Women's Royal Rumble, because back in July of 2015, Stephanie McMahon brought Sasha Banks along with Charlotte and Becky Lynch to WWE, and it took the Women's Evolution to the next step.
Banks certainly has a tall task ahead of her. As much as Sasha would love to make history and win the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match, that is going to be a lot easier talked about than actually acted on.
Sasha's making history right now just by being the first entrant.
Indeed, indeed.
And our second entrant is Becky Lynch.
And another trailblazer in the Women's Evolution, Becky Lynch from SmackDown Live to square off with Sasha Banks of Raw to kick off the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. And this match is presented by Rocket League, available for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Steam PC. Rocket League has always been supportive of the Women's Revolution. They were the sponsor of the 2017 Mae Young Classic, and it's great to have them back at the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match as well.
Obviously, tonight has been very emotional for all these women that have been and will be involved in the Women's Evolution. I think it's going to be key to any one of these competitors.
And Stephanie here, Becky Lynch, someone with a long, hard, arduous road to finally make it to WWE.
Yep, she's traveled all over the world, held numerous jobs, and was actually thinking about not coming back to WWE until she had a conversation with Finn Balor, who actually trained her. And she said, I feel like I'm missing out on a huge part of my life. And he said, you need to go for this, and that's exactly what Becky Lynch did, and look where she is now.
And what a performance by Finn Balor earlier tonight in the Men's Royal Rumble match. Sasha Banks probably wearing the Wonder Woman gear here tonight as well. Becky and Sasha underway, first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. And again, the rules: over the top rope, both feet hit the floor, you're eliminated. Last woman standing is heading to WrestleMania. Corey, early strategy for these two women.
I think at this point you want to eliminate people as fast as possible, maybe get a little downtime. There you go.
And again, there, oh, went for the backstabber. Becky hung on.
It's harder to succeed the more full that the ring gets.
Again, you Imagine the nerves, the butterflies for these two women kicking off the Rumble match. Deep arm drag by Becky. And another one. And now into the arm bar. Stephanie, you even admitted how nervous you were heading into tonight.
I am. I'm incredibly nervous. I'm excited. This is history in the making right now.
You haven't stopped smiling all day long.
Sasha looking for the bank statement. Not quite sure what that would get her, though, Corey. And Becky
I'll tell
for
you,
the disarmer.
Both of these women are they're gonna look for submissions because that's what their go-to, and ultimately they want to incapacitate their opponents. So even though you may not be able to pick up a submission victory, you can do significant damage to a limb or a body part of your opponent.
Who will be entry number 3 in the Women's Rumble match?
Double clothesline. Both ladies go down.
And from SmackDown Live and the Riot Squad, here comes Sarah Logan. And here is a young lady, Stephanie, with a very interesting background. She joined SmackDown Live from NXT with Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott back in November. And she's from Kentucky, considers herself a backwoods girl. And Sarah Logan,
she's got that country attitude right now, stomping a mud hole in Becky Lynch.
And now Sasha from behind. They're going to take the fight to Sarah Logan. The Riot Squad really put the women on notice over on SmackDown Live.
Riot Squad burst on the scene on SmackDown and have done anything and everything they want, essentially. Made a lot of enemies in a short period of time.
Sarah Logan was once a member of the boys wrestling team and set records in high school.
She's used to making history.
And Sarah says it's all about WrestleMania.
Oh, look out.
Looking to eliminate Becky Lynch. Sasha from behind.
I question Sasha's strategy here. I don't know why you would save Becky from elimination. We heard Jerry Lawler talk about it earlier. Oh my God.
What a headbutt.
Banks is out.
Right to the face.
That was pretty awesome.
Now, the point you were going to make, Corey, is every woman for herself. Now, listen, Sarah went through the second rope, so even if she hits the floor, she wouldn't be eliminated here. You have to go over the top rope. And watch the headbutt again from Sarah Logan. Oof!
That was very, very unique, very impressive from Sarah Logan, who continues to just beat down Becky Lynch.
And Logan, very impressive so far in the early going in this Rumble match. Entry number 4 about to come into the arena. And from Absolution and Monday Night Raw, it's Mandy Rose.
Ho, ho, ho.
Of course, Paige, the leader of Absolution, she not able to compete in the Royal Rumble match due to an neck injury. And Stephanie, I know how much Paige was upset about that after all she's done for the Women Evolution.
Absolutely, she was. I mean, can you imagine? But Paige is a huge part of why this women's match is even happening.
And Mandy Rose, now a female runner-up at the 2015 Tough Enough competition. Goes right after Sasha Banks.
Mandy Rose is my pick to win this entire thing.
I'm not surprised at that, Corey. Is
God's greatest creation.
Did you know Mandy Rose can squat over 300 pounds?
Of course I did. I may know more about her than anyone should.
She used to be on Total Divas as well.
Well, that kind of strength is only going to help Mandy in this match.
And there's an example of it right there.
I'm curious to see.
Uh-oh, Sasha's in trouble. Sasha's in trouble on the top rope.
We've seen.
So is Becky Lynch.
We've seen.
Becky almost eliminated.
We've seen Absolution run roughshod on Monday. Monday nights, much like the Riot Squad has on Tuesday on SmackDown. I'm curious to see how these two factions interact with one another. And I'm just curious to see Mandy Rose at any point in time doing anything, basically.
Mandy Rose graduated
calm down over there.
with a BA in speech language pathology from Iona College. As Sasha Banks now tries to stave off elimination again.
Uh-oh.
No eliminations yet as we await entry number 5. The WWE Hall of Famer, a 4-time women's champion. And who will ever forget the year 2004 on Monday Night Raw when Lita battled Trish Stratus for the championship in the main event of WWE's flagship show. The only woman to ever be involved in a tables, ladders, and chairs match.
This is absolutely awesome. You know this moment means as much to Lita as any of the women in this business right now.
And Becky and Sasha go right after Lita, former member of Team Extreme. It's so great to see Lita back in the ring. Had an opportunity to work with her this past summer in the Mae Young Classic. She was a commentator for that event.
Looks like she hasn't missed a step.
Now Mandy Rose from behind. All these young girls so hungry to make a name for themselves.
Got to imagine a Hall of Famer enters a match like this with a big, big target on her back. Everyone wants to make their name at the expense of Lita.
Steph, you've been so close to Lita over the years.
Yes, I have. And actually, the names that you see written on Lita's right forearm are in honor of the women who actually couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah, many greats. Of course, the late great Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young. Others, like who saw on the kickoff show tonight, the great Alundra Blaze, Sensational Sherry, Miss Elizabeth, Wendy Richter. So many.
So many. Don't forget the ninth wonder of the world, China.
Indeed. And look at this. Lita rolls through and catches with a right hand. And now Sarah Logan hanging onto the apron and caught by a right.
Curious to see the elimination strategies for some of these ladies. Going over the top rope to the floor is not something you see very often.
Mandy Rose now on the apron. 5
look out.
5 still in this. Mandy Rose with the knee to the side of the face of Lita.
Good night, Lita.
Lita is in trouble.
I wouldn't count Lita out just yet.
Mandy Rose should be celebrating.
All right.
By Lita. Well, Mandy was...
Well, that's what inexperience will get you.